Yacht Club members, distinguished guests, my name is Gary Strickland, and on behalf of our fleet captain, Brian Gardshore, who is unable to join us tonight or today, I will be your MC for today's ceremonies. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the 80th Sailpast of our club. It's an honor and a privilege to address the CCYC family and guests today. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce our Commodore for 2022, Mr. Gord Swanson.
Well, good afternoon, all. Please stand to attention if you're able and join Mr. Paul Radford as we sing O Canada. Please turn and face the flags, wearing your hats. Please salute as the Canadian and American flags and Capital City Yacht Club burgees are raised.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thanks, Paul. Sorry about the mix-up. Could I ask you please to all remove your hats and observe a minute of silence for those who've passed. Thank you. Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. It's indeed my pleasure to welcome all our members, guests, representatives of neighboring yacht clubs, and local dignitaries to this year's opening day and Sailpast. Thank you all for coming. With this being our 80th anniversary and everything looking as it does, I'm very proud to be Commodore of such a successful and well-regarded yacht club. A great number of our members have devoted many hours of their time making sure this day will be special. To our grounds crew for their splendid upkeep of our properties and gardens, to the Wednesday work crew who keep our facility looking like new, Clubhouse Committee who always have our building neat as a pin and ready for action, and to Shannon Bridge and Carolyn Helgeson for the beautiful display of flags we see on this day year after year. And to the many other volunteers who have given their time to make this day happen at all, thank you. And this is just what you see. What you don't see is all the hard work put in behind the scenes by our bridge, our directors and trustees, as well as our dedicated volunteer staff who keep our books and membership records in impeccable order. Without them, we'd be in a very nasty way. Thank you. When you look around, our club stands second to none. We have maintained a solid financial footing, which is a testament to the unrelenting efforts of our proud and dedicated volunteers. And as you can see today, those efforts are very plainly visible. This is how we have persisted in having no paid employees. So again, thank you so much. Our predecessors have taught us well, and long may it continue. Lastly, a special thank you is reserved for my best friend, first mate, and my wife Allison, for all her support and patience. It hasn't gone unnoticed. So please enjoy the day. I look forward to seeing you out on the water and later for the Connaughton results and happy hour. Thank you. I'd like now to introduce our guest representatives from other yacht clubs. Pardon me. As your club urge is raised, please step forward. From Maple Bay Yacht Club, Commodore Hugh Clark. From the Nanaimo Yacht Club, Fleet Captain Chris Charnley. And we also recognize and welcome Mayor Jeff Orr from the District of North Saanich. Welcome to you all, and thank you for joining us today. And now I'd ask Past Commodore Jay Bull to introduce the past Commodores in attendance today.
Thank you, Gord. Congratulations. It's been a little while, so I'm a little rusty. Gives me great pleasure to introduce the past Commodores in attendance today. First up is Dennis Hartley, a good family friend, 1974. Followed by Dave Cooper, who is 100 this year. And he was Commodore in 1979. 1989, Don Fisher. 1991, Barry Bennett. 1993, Bruce Henderson. Murray Christian for 1994. Bob Proctor, 1996. Ed Ackerman, 1997. Jack Shadley, 1998. Ian Borman, 2001. Bill Hennis, 2007. Stu Fife, 2008. Peter Jennings, 2010. Greg McKay, 2011. Teresa Sandwith, our very first female Commodore, 2013. Sean Hartley, 2014. Runs in the family. Terry Forsyth, 2015. Good friend Kurt Belanger, 2017. Another good friend, Glenn Judson, 2018. Frank White, 2019. And our second female Commodore, Jennifer Lewis, 2020. Thanks, Gord.
Immediate past Commodore Jay Bull. And now I'll introduce the flag officers. To my right, first in line is Ian Baker. Rear Commodore Mo Gerard. Directors Gary Strickland for the bar. Ab Yates for Clubhouse, I don't believe is here. Warren Sinclair for Compass. Ken Olson, Council of BC Yachts. Grounds, Steve Orcherton. Membership, Jan Bentley. Bert Vince for Moorage. George Silvestrini for the roster. Terry Weiss for Regalia. Eric Belanger, Planning and Capital Improvements. Mike Barge for the website. Jay Bull for Past Commodore. And Martin Russell for Works and Safety. And our trustees, Terry Forsyth, Daryl Kaiba, who is unable to be here today, and Steve Beggs. Thank you all. You make my life a lot easier. So now I'd like to call on our auxiliary president, Corey Hermanson, to say a few words.
Thank you, Gord, and welcome everyone to Sailpast 2022. I would like to bring attention to the signal flags that are on display this afternoon. These signal flags have been around since the mid-60s, early 70s. They are very special to the auxiliary and have been taken care of by some very special individuals. Carol Helgeson and her late husband Norman have been the overseers of these flags for years, and even today they are still being made by hand by Caroline. In recent years, Norman and Caroline have passed the wand to Shannon Bridge, who is now the custodian of these very special flags. This week we had our volunteer ironers arrive and give the flags some of their special TLC, led by Shannon, along with Lynn and Caroline. They are ready for display today. On behalf of Shannon, I would like to send our thanks to Caroline, Margaret House, Sandra Strickland, Ann Tomlin, Jackie Phillips, Jackie Lilly, Diane Bentley, Paula Young, Shannon Bridge, and Lynn Gerard. Thanks also to Martin Russell and his crew for preparing and setting up the flagpoles. For everyone's information, this is what these traditional signal flags are saying. To welcome you to this fine yacht club from the main kiosk to the whole house, the flags say, "Welcome to Capital City Yacht Club. Have a safe and happy cruising season." From the main kiosk to the grid, the flags say, "Ahoy skippers and first mates, sail past, cheers." In closing, I am honored to introduce my executive for 2022. I am very proud of these individuals. I could not do my job without their support. My Vice President, Paula Young, and Secretary Lynn Gerard, my Treasurer, Jean Fife. Thank you.
I'll now ask Pastor Travis Stewart to come forward and offer a blessing for the fleet.
Commodore, valued members, and distinguished guests, thank you for the warm hospitality that we have enjoyed today. It has been a blessing, and I am humbled to officiate this time-honored tradition of the blessing of the fleet. Traditions are essential because they define who we are. They also define what we value and what we believe. However, if tradition loses its meaning, if we lose sight of those guiding principles, they cease to be personal and relevant and exist only as a perfunctory ritual. The blessing of the fleet is a statement of faith by all who participate in it. It's an affirmation that God is over all, Lord, in which we live and move and have our being solely by God's grace. An inclusive message of love for all people everywhere. For example, while Jesus was asleep in the V-berth, a sudden storm engulfed his friend's small commercial fishing vessel on the Sea of Galilee. The storm was so fierce, his friends, seasoned sailors and commercial fishermen, feared for their very lives. They abruptly woke Jesus and exclaimed, "Don't you care? Don't you care?" They said emphatically. "We're about to die." And Jesus looked at them, I imagine with tears welling in his eyes, and thought, "You have no idea how much I care." He then responded, Trust me, I've got this. He spoke to the wind and the waves, and the seas became calm. His friends were traumatized, not solely by wind and waves, but by the powerful presence of the one who stood in their midst. Dear Father, please hear the prayers of your people, and with your right hand bless this fleet and all who voyage therein. We pray especially for our fleet captain and dear friend, Brian Gartshore, who is facing stormy seas with serious health concerns. We thank you for the report that the surgery went well. We pray for comfort for Heather and the children and grandchildren. We also remember the men and women serving in our Navy, Coast Guard, police, fire, search and rescue. Stretch forth your hand to be their protection as you did for the disciples as they feared for their lives in the storm. Send forth your holy angels to keep and deliver these boats and their crews from the dangers of high and angry seas. And when their travel is done, bring them safely to this harbor and the security of their own homes and families.
Thank you very much, Travis. I would now ask our Membership Director, Jan Bentley, to recognize those members who have achieved long service with Capital City Yacht Club, and awarding them with their pins.
Thank you, Gord. Good afternoon, everyone. What I'm going to do today, because there's so many, there's 40 people getting pins today, and what I'm going to do is call your names out, and then I will distribute the pins at the steps after the ceremony is over. For 25 years, we have Alan Carley, Gary Rosa, Lana Story, and Jay Bull. For 30-year pins, we have Jim Siverston, Jerry Clark, Jeannie Reddy, John Dolman, Bruce Clark, William John Porter, Dick Tomlin, Robert Leach, Chris Neal, James Campbell, Paul Hodge, Michael Dalzell, Barbara Craven, and John Thompson. For 35 years, we have George Burrow under the camera, Bruce Walker, Wayne Fairley, John Wood, Brett Hartley, Christopher Brambo, Stuart Fife, Steve Beggs, John Kerr, Bob Proctor, and Pam Belanger. For 40 years, Ted Hanman, John Hutchison, Glenn Morrison, 45 years, Doug Turner, Don Fisher, Terry Forsyth, Bob Coleman, Al Skinner, David Coates, Norman Lim, and Bill Hennis. And top it off at 50, we have Dave Cooper, Ken Ferry, and Dave Johnson. Congratulations, everyone.
Thanks, Jan. Congratulations to all those club members who were recognized today. I will now ask our MC, Gary Strickland, to address the fleet as to instructions.
You got her. Okay. On behalf of our fleet captain, Brian Gartshore, my deepest thanks to all members and associates who so willingly and cheerfully agreed to help with today's Sailpast. As is quite evident, it takes many people to make Sailpast happen, and we couldn't possibly do it without your support. So thank you very much. Let's have a little round of applause. Also today, we owe special thanks to our Piper Rod booth, John Wood, for assisting the cadets from the Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Admiral Lunch, who are looking after the ensigns and burgees. To Pastor Travis Stewart for blessing the fleet. To soloist Paul Radford. Sorry, I'm going a little fast for you. To soloist Paul Radford. Paul, yeah, thank you. Paula, we all have this changed. Where's Paula right now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
here.
So we'll see you shortly. Okay, bye.
She stayed in the other by the fireplace and where the boat bed. Yeah, she was.
We finally have the results for the Connerton Trophy. Finally. Took a while. And first of all, I have to thank all the hard work of all the judges that were involved with that. I believe it was the Commodore and his wife from Maple Bay. There were 2 judges. I'm not sure who all the others were. For their hard work, I do thank them. So I don't know if anybody's particularly good at a drum roll. That's it. Okay, for Division 1. Need it again. congratulations to the bronze winners, too. And now,
I'm being crowded out.
for Division 3. Lunacy. Congratulations, Stephen Robbins. Great show from all of you. I'm sure it was not easy to come to these decisions, but as for my fans, we all real good. So congratulations to you all. And there we go. Okay. So next up, we're going to cut the cake if Dennis Hartley is here. Dennis over to the cake, if you would please, Sean. We thought it would be fitting for Dennis to do this because he's the most senior Commodore in attendance.
We leave this thing on here?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't bang yourself.
Okay, before everybody walks away, we need the individual winners of the honor and trophy to get some pictures outside for the roster.
So what, girls in front, boys in the back? How do we look, George? George.
Winners, yes. So we won trophy. Big rock singers, we got gold fingers. Loved everywhere we go.